Now, over 12 million people watched my next guest be crowned last year's Strictly champion alongside Oti Mabuse. I, of course, had a ringside seat and we were cheering him on. These days, though, Bill Bailey is channeling his inner Craig Revel Horwood as he turns judge for TV's newest guessing game, This Is My House. There he is. Good morning, Bill Bailey.
Hello. Hi, Ranvir. How are you?
I'm all right. You look like you're at Kew Gardens.
I know. Well, this is my conservatory, so
it's very nice.
I'm having to quarantine. So
yes, because you've just come back from New Zealand.
Yes.
We're going to talk about that. Yes. Tell me a bit about This Is My House first. You're sort of sitting in the judge's seat, having been judged on live TV so much recently. How was that?
I know. It's a great turnaround. After all those weeks, wasn't it? Didn't it feel just like we were every week? It got harder and harder being judged. Like I don't know, I can cope with any more of this. So this is quite fun. This is quite fun to turn the tables a bit. It's great fun, actually. When I saw the pilot episode, I thought I was totally invested in it, and it really draws you in. It's quite an intriguing sort of prospect, and it's hard.
The idea is there's sort of three actors, and one is the real person who owns the house, and you've got to decipher essentially from all the clues they gave as to whose house it really is. It's become a bit of a hit there. And just talk to me about the fact that you have just come back from New Zealand. You're just saying. And why I wanted you on the show is because, was it last week? I think you were in New Zealand when you, on our little WhatsApp Strictly group, which is really lovely because we all stay in touch, don't we? You sent this video. I just want to show it to everyone. I mean, just describe this moment and why this was so important. I mean, it's so uplifting to see and remarkable.
Do you know what? Honestly, I've got to say, Ranvir, it was quite an emotional moment. I mean, I'm used to performing on stage in front of lots of people, but having not had that opportunity for over a year, I didn't quite know how I was going to react. And it was actually almost quite overwhelming seeing that number of people together in one place, having a great time. It was extraordinary. And, it's the only place, as I said to the crowds, it's the only place in the world right now where this is allowed to happen. This is, because New Zealand have got a grip on the virus. In fact, from last year, they were declared sort of virtually COVID-free, and they've got no community infection. So they've gone for this policy of eliminating the virus. And the result is that now life there has pretty much returned to normal. I mean, you wear masks on public transport, and there's sanitizers, and there's a track and trace app everywhere. But apart from that, as you can see, people are in theatres, people are enjoying shows, they're going to the cinema, going to restaurants. It's extraordinary. It's like another world.
It must have felt like you were landing on another planet, actually, because of course you'd had a tour planned for Australia, which you couldn't go on, and that's why you ended up doing Strictly, of course.
Yes.
I think that's right, isn't it? I remember you saying. And so you managed to get out to New Zealand. Obviously, none of us can go out. We can't travel at the moment. So how did you manage to go out? Because it was work, I guess.
It is. It's work. Yeah, it's classed as work. If you can't do the job that you normally do, then there's a dispensation to travel to another country, and that's exactly what happened there. I was planning the show, as you say, to tour last year, and that didn't happen, obviously, because of COVID. And so we'd gone down quite a long way with the planning of it and planning venues and booking, crews and all the whole thing. And it was just sort of about to happen. And then we've just been in touch with New Zealand the whole time. It's been a long process, put it that way. We had to get a visa from the New Zealand government, get permission to perform there. So I had to have lots of tests. And I had to quarantine for 2 weeks when I got there in a little house. That was fun. and then I was able to perform there, which was amazing.
It's like a glimpse into our own future, isn't it? That's what you must have felt like. Is that it's sort of travelling in time and space to see something like that for all of us in this country.
Exactly, and that's it. I mean, and I was aware, and I think I said, on the group, I was a little bit sensitive about posting too much stuff because I know that it's not possible to perform here at the moment. But it's almost like this is what we love doing. Yes. This is what we hope will return. And this is just a reminder of how fantastic live entertainment is.
Yep.
And, what that means for people. I mean, it was part of the reason I was allowed to do it, I think, was because the idea of performing, of taking a show there, is great for everyone's mental health, apart from anything else. You know,
well, it's
the ability
amazing.
to be in a group and to see a show is something quite unique.
It really is. And the other hot topic I want to talk to you about is how are you keeping fit after Strictly? Because I have to say it's a right old struggle to keep the pounds off. Because you lose a lot of weight on the show, as I did. You were incredibly fit anyway before you came on the show. I mean, honestly, it's an uphill battle, isn't it now?
Well, I mean, I keep saying to people, yeah, of course, if you're training for 12 hours a day, of course you're going to lose. Of course you're going to lose weight. But you know, we can't do that all the time in normal times. What I have been doing though is
look at you bouncing around like a sort of teenager.
I know, this is where I surprised Oti with the horns.
With Oti, aren't you? Is that right? You've been doing some classes.
I've been joining Oti's dance fitness classes on Zoom. So while I was in my quarantine hotel, I was doing all of this anonymously. You know, so I'd be sort of there with the screen blacked out, and at the end of the sort of session, I'd turn the video on, and everyone would go, "Oh, look, it's Bill," which is great.
Oh, that's brilliant. Now, listen, everyone keeps asking me, of course, Strictly's going to come back this year, bigger and better than we were able to enjoy it, I guess, but we had an amazing time anyway. People keep asking me, will I be jealous of the next partner? And I'm like, no, you're OK, because I know what they're going to go through. Well, how do you feel about Oti having a new partner? Will you feel a sort of sense of twinge of jealousy?
Of course, yes. I mean, you think that's it, surely now, you know, she can't top that.
Well, she thought that after Kelvin, and then she got you.
Kelvin, I know, that's right. So who knows, eh? I mean, I'll be watching though. Well, I think actually I might have to sort of perform in the launch show. I think somebody mentioned that. So
the winner has to come back.
Yes.
What are you going to do? Are you going to do your Gangster's Paradise one? Was it that?
I think so. Yeah, Rapper's Delight.
Rapper's Delight. That's the one. Oh my goodness! I cannot wait to see you again, Bill Bailey. When are you going to be on tour in the UK, my darling?
Yes, I'm going to be doing some summer festivals. Fingers crossed, if they can go ahead. And then my tour is at the end of the year in December.
Brilliant, thank you. Listen, I know your posters have been up and around London bus stops, which Harvey posted on our group saying we can't get rid of you. You're watching us wherever we go.
I'm watching you.
You're watching us. We cannot wait to meet up now, hopefully, in person at some point. Lots of love.
Yeah. See you, Ranvir.
Bye, darling.
See ya.
This Is My House continues tomorrow night on BBC One at 9 o'clock in the evening. Now,
don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.